Hello, MAGFest. Hello, thank you. I am Groove Cube. This is Bear Cave.
Hello.
Today we're going to show you how to make a VGM EDM mashup. Does anybody know what a VGM EDM mashup is? Everybody knows what that is, right? Video game music, electronic dance music, two musics. Combine the two musics, you have even more music.
It's peanut butter and jelly, everyone.
That's right. So here's the intro video. Just gonna play that.
This is what we'll be going over today, and there will be a quiz. Sound.
Sound should be coming out of here.
Classic.
Huh. No sound. That's fine.
What's your audio source?
Is it record box? Headphones?
Should be good.
That's good. Yeah, that should be it. Huh. It was just working here. We could play Minecraft music. All right, so I'll just voice over this video.
No, we can fix it. Let's figure it.
Okay, we can fix it. It's a good video.
Would you open it in QuickTime or what?
Just this.
Okay, just change the source in QuickTime. Nope. Well, you try this, brother. Love when Rekordbox plays things back correctly, but...
All right, so here we go. We're just going to voice over this video. It's got like Microsoft Sam on it. So here we go. We'll try it out. Hello, my name is Groove Cube. Today I'm going to show you how to make a VGM EDM mashup. You like this Mario Kart 8 sound? Oh, let me actually play this so you can hear that. You need to hear that part at least. All right. You like Mario Kart 8? Yeah.
Who likes Mario?
That's like already a super sick song, right? Well, then we're going to show you how to turn it into, well, I can't actually do that. I'm just going to play the rest of this video. And there's not going to be any sound, but I'm just going to ad-lib to it. Look at me in this Mario Kart. I'm on Rainbow Road. Yeah. Who's hyped for Rainbow Road? Oh my gosh, you're going to hear this mashup soon, and you're going to be like, man, this video would be so sick if you could hear the mashup in it. But look, panels 2, Saturday, 7:30. That's us now.
Ricky, if you want, you can play it back in Ableton real quick using Scarlett.
Right. So let's actually hear that mashup real quick. I'll just show the drop here.
We're going to give you a tour of this.
Does that sound like garbage or what? I know the acoustics aren't great in here, but at a club or something, that could be pretty cool. More cowbell, yeah, we need some of that. All right, let's go back to these things. So,
let's do a quick show of hands. Who here is a music maker? Who here makes music? Okay, amazing. That's like at least 30, 40% maybe. Who here makes electronic music? Sick. Okay. So a lot of you haven't really delved into making electronic music, but we're going to give you a little bit of a tour, hopefully keep it sort of surface level so that you guys can understand without having to know every single thing about using a digital audio workstation such as Logic or Ableton or FL Studio. We'll just kind of show you what you might need to get the fundamentals down so that you can source materials to make really cool and fun mashups like Groove Cube just showed you.
yeah. So why would you want to make one of these? I don't know. Well, so like, there's a lot of DJs that perform at MAGFest, and you know you love the songs that are video game music, but also EDM music, and like the best ones are probably the mashups. So like, DJs need to play music. DJs need music to play at nerd parties, so like you need the nerdy with the thumpy thump. And if you know the best of both, you have a great concoction. But like, there's a good way to do it, and then there's like a bunch of bad ways to do it. I've been doing it for a really long time, so I guess I'll just explain how I do it. So let's keep going. Right, I didn't select them all. No, that circle thing, we'll come back to that. Yeah, let's do this. Confidence.
Confidence.
Wait. Confidence! Who has the confidence to Beyblade right now?
Who wants to Beyblade, Ricky? Who loves Beyblades? You love? Get in there. Oh, we got a Nelward fan too. Sick merch, sick tee. Nelward pops off.
All right. 1, 2, 3, let them rip!
They're spinning, they're still spinning. All of them are still spinning, they're spinning. Oh, and there you go.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. Give it up for our friend here.
Confidence, you love it.
So, I know that when you're thinking about making music, it's actually really intimidating sometimes. You're just like, I don't even know where to freaking begin. There's so many different sources of inspiration, and I feel like I have no training or background. The fun thing about making electronic music, honestly, is that you don't have to be a complete virtuoso. You don't have to have like incredible music theory knowledge or anything like that. As long as you kind of like believe in yourself and you just like use your ears and have fun with it, you're gonna come up with something really fun. And your ears will tell you when it's wrong, your ears will tell you when it's right. And if you just use that as like your North Star, you're gonna have a good time and you're gonna make something fun.
It's fun. It's all fun. All right, so let's get down to some nitty-gritty stuff. Another thing, like exercise is always good. Like the better your brain works, the better your ears work. So let's go to this thing. This guy over here. Who knows what this is?
Circle of fifths.
I mean, circle of fifths. There's a bunch of stuff here. Like, so basically, I think that Mario Kart 8 song is A flat minor. So we'll find that over here, A flat minor. And basically, we can mix into any song, of course, that is A flat minor, D flat major, F minor, or E flat major. And if you're really feeling it, you could jump all the way over to D major. But that's a little bit more of an aggressive switch. But like,
so,
basically, yeah.
Yeah, so let's break it down. This is a tool that a lot of DJs use when they want to mix in key. What does that mean? You want songs that are harmonically compatible with one another. And if you don't know anything about music or music theory, this is kind of your like your source of truth, basically. So like Ricky was saying, let's just say you're in A flat minor. You see one A right there. The most similar keys to A flat minor, according to this Camelot system, and it works pretty well. D flat minor, which is 12A, E flat minor, 2A, and B major, which is 1B. Okay, you just make like a T shape from where you're starting, and that's how you kind of know these songs might work with one another. And that's really important in a mashup because you might be getting 2, 3, 4, 5 different songs, samples, sounds, and if you're able to figure out what key it's in approximately, and this is a little reductionist, then you're gonna find stuff that will drag and drop, sound a little more cohesive and like sound good and in key.
So, there's a circle of fifths. Great thing. That's my best friend, really. Where do you get like good music and stuff, especially video game music? Well, I guess let me explain this. So like, who knows what a WAV file is? Good job. What about a FLAC? What about an AIFF? Oh, yeah, not as many, but cool. Those are lossless files. That means you can put them in Ableton, and they're not gonna like lose quality when you export them, which is great, especially for mashups. Now, I have a site where you can get like video game mashups ripped from, just like straight from the games. So like the Mario Kart thing here, this is like, you need this website if you're gonna be remixing video games. Downloads.khinsider.com. Also, yes, you know, yep. So like, here's the Mario Kart 8 song that you can't hear, but it's playing somewhere. Because I didn't plug it in. Yeah, plug it back in. Oh, no, that was the sound card.
It's all good. So the reason why we're bringing up these websites is because if you want to make a mashup, you need to have songs to mash up. Duh, right?
It's not gonna work.
But
it was a great song.
like, where do you get them? We're just giving you a few like dirty secrets of the video game and DJ like world. khinsider.com.
Louder than hell.
Is it free? Yes. Is it legal? Who fucking cares?
So if you sign in, you can download every single one of these in FLAC or MP3, but you have to like select each one. If you want to sign in, you can download the entire thing.
Yes.
And this is where you can get samples as well. It's a great place.
What Ricky was touching on with the lossless files, by the way, is on a site like this, they've already kind of sourced the highest quality versions for you, usually. And you're going to be able to have fewer like artifacts and sort of bad sounding, crispy digital information that you don't want in your songs. KHinsider.com is a great resource there. But we're going to point out a couple other really interesting secrets that are super fun for getting stuff like acapellas in just a second.
Of course, there's YouTube, like this good old song here. And this actually, like you could rip it straight from YouTube, but this one has a link right here where you can just download a FLAC of that. I mean, it's a acapella going into Ableton, then exporting out. So like it's not actually lossless, but you can find some really good stuff on YouTube. Really, if you just search anywhere on the web, you can find some fun stuff.
YouTube to MP3 is your friend. Obviously, if you can get the lossless version by Googling around, do that.
Yeah, I think that was it as far as where to get the music. Yeah, acapellas4u.co.uk is really good too.
Yeah, we don't have to log into that one right now, but since I was in college, which I started college in like 2010, that's been a pretty cool resource where you can get a lot of acapellas. And again, they are not necessarily going to be the highest quality, but they are free and quick and dirty. And that's what we like when we are making songs to play out. We're never distributing these, we're never profiting off of them, but we are partying to them, and that's what fucking matters.
Yes. All right, so here's Rekordbox. This is a great, this is where you're basically DJing. You're setting up all your DJ mixes. So like here's all my pre-made kind of stuff. So again, here was Mario Kart 8. And I think is this kind of like a weird full screen?
Ricky, slow down, brother. Slow down.
Up?
So this is, Rekordbox is a DJ software tool. You can use it for DJing, playing back music, but more often than not, DJs are taking their songs, importing them into software such as this in order to add metadata. What is metadata? Metadata allows you to do things like add cue points so that you can cut to the middle of the song. You can add a beat grid, those vertical lines that you're seeing on the waveforms at the top. That is where the actual beats line up so that when you're DJing, you have a visual cue as to where to line up two different songs, right? But most importantly, most importantly, you're going to analyze a song and get its beats per minute and its key. We talked about the Camelot system already. I can't really see because of the glare, but I think in the bottom right, you're seeing the key. Ricky has it set to like the 12-tone scale, so C through G, A, B, C through B. I'm an idiot. In any case,
right there all the way
you can set it to the Camelot system, and it'll allow you to very, very, very quickly show you which songs are compatible. And Ricky, if you could pull up the side panel.
I don't know if I can. I'm kind of like stuck here in the view. Let's just full screen. Will that work? Okay, boom.
There you go.
Yes, so right over here, this button, display related tracks. So like we have Mario Kart 8 playing over here. It's the master one. I'm gonna make it really quiet. That's great. And then like look at all these tracks that relate to it. Of course, it's A flat minor, so A flat minor would work, but again, like here's another one. Here's a bunch of cool stuff that could work. And like you could basically just like test things out and just like, I don't know, just try and make it work. Mixing on a computer. It's not ideal.
So, Rekordbox is your friend, and this is a free piece of software, by the way. Anyone can use it. I think Rekordbox Pro, you have like a subscription, and then you get like better features or whatever. But most DJs just have the base version. You're able to analyze the tracks, get the information that you want. But keep in mind that just because something is in a different key doesn't mean that you can't change it. So this is like quick and dirty. You can get mashups going really fast that are in similar keys, but if something is in a key that's like a little too far away, but you're like, oh man, I really think this would work if it were in a similar key, we're gonna go over how in Ableton you might be able to transpose it by a few semitones to get it to the proper key.
Right.
So I wanna pause for a second because we've been moving fast. We've been moving really, really fast.
If anybody has any questions at any point, just please raise.
Yeah, we want this to be more of a participation thing. Alex.
Out a way to get Rekordbox to repeat like pitching up or down without having to like bring it up like an adult and then sending it over because I can like
okay. Right.
Yeah,
I actually don't think that feature exists. So the question, if you couldn't hear, was, is there a way to basically like have a permanent version of a song in Rekordbox natively that is transposed? That's already pitched up a specific amount. So this is a really good question, because when you are increasing or decreasing the tempo of a song, you don't inherently retain the key, first of all. Like the pitch will go like, and you'll get like a C sharp sharp, or like something right in between. It's like a microtonal mess. But what's nice about Rekordbox is you can lock it to a semitone and then go up specific values that are like according to the piano. Anyway, I don't think there is a way natively in Rekordbox to just lock it in, but on the newest version of the CDJs, you can, like the Nexus 3000s or whatever the hell they are, you can literally like just like crank up semitones specifically, or match or key match live. So you don't have to do that. They're already making it a feature on the hardware, which is super sick and scary, actually. It's not like the artists were like, hey, yeah, I want my song to be an F now. They were like, well, fuck, DJs are gonna ruin everything for us. But okay, more questions. Seriously, we would love to hear from y'all if you do have questions. If not, no worries.
All right, so let's get back to this mashup we were working on. So again, we had Mario Kart 8. That was A flat minor, and then I also found this Mumbo's Rain Dance from Banjo-Kazooie. Anybody know? This is just like a banger by itself. So like half of this is just like picking really good songs. So like already we got this and then Mario Kart 8, and then I found an EDM song to mash up with it, and this is an E flat minor. Again, if that's probably on the circle of fifths, it relates. And like it's okay for this one to be a different key, because like when the drop hits, I don't know, it sounded good to me.
Use your ears.
Yeah,
sometimes
so
things just work.
let's play this one. It's just fire. Got a nice drop. And it just like continues for a while. So like I knew, yeah, I wanted to use that song with Mario Kart. That would sound sick. So yeah, and then I'll show you the project file where I did that. And
sure.
how to
Do
it.
we want to hop over real quick to show you a really, really, really fun and interesting way to get acapellas?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I'm gonna just swap the audio and visuals real quick.
Sorry I keep just like making you hear that noise whenever I unplug this.
You're good, Ricky.
Some people might be.
So there are a lot of DJs. I suck. Sorry.
Better than that.
I know.
That's okay.
If only we had.
This is fine.
Infinite AV tech. Okay. This is syncing. There's a lot of DJ softwares out there, and some of them have features that others don't. Okay. This is called Algorithm. And the only reason why I'm bringing this one up specifically right now, Serato also has this feature. They just came out with it in the last 3 months or so. They are using AI to, in real time, extract the vocals, drums, instrumentals, mute them, do whatever the fuck you want to a song, and it's messed up, and it's going to change the DJ game forever, especially if Pioneer, which is the main DJ hardware manufacturer, makes it native to their hardware. So here is Billie Jean. Thank God that fucking worked. We all love Billie Jean, right? So let's hop to a verse. What if we were like actually vocals only? Do you realize how unbelievable this is? You can take any song, hit a button, and then using AI tech, you are able to just extract the vocal in real time. Okay, so this blew my mind as soon as I saw it was a thing. And by the way, on Serato, not Algorithm here, Serato, that's a free feature as well currently. Blows my mind. But like, here's how you might do this, all right? So you can see my mouse here in the top left. It's a little small. This is the key of 11A, old school sound. I love this song. It's a great EDM jam by James Egbert. Woo. So now that I have the acapella to Billie Jean, it's just like already peanut butter and jelly, and you didn't have to do anything.
Live mixing is just like up another level with that.
Like, it's cheat code. So, I mean, that's not all you can do. You can literally say, I actually only want the harmonic content, no drums, no vocals. And in Billie Jean, that right there is just bass. Add the drums back. Like, what? Just gone, just gone.
We
Anyways,
live in the future.
we live in the future, so if you don't find an acapella that you want, but you have the song, you can make it. You can
Yep.
take this, you can export it from this DJ software, and all of a sudden you have every acapella in the freaking world. Does it sound perfect? No. Does it sound good enough for a club? Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. And like
it's
you're just
amazing.
having fun. Like if it sounds good, it sounds good. Like you don't have to worry about all the nitty gritty, but it's fun to know some stuff.
Okay, we've been moving fast. Alex, what's up?
Any experience with bass canceling for acapellas and how hellish was it when you did it?
I mean, the answer's probably yeah. The answer's probably yeah. Like with anything, Alex is asking a question about phase canceling, which has to do with when waveforms collide, I guess, and add up. They sometimes duck in ways that are sort of unpredictable. Anyway, yeah, I think it isn't a perfect solution, but it's pretty dang good. And if you just use this to get the acapellas and then import it into your DAW, you'll have more control over that, obviously, your digital audio workstation. This stuff does blow my mind, and it really is kind of the future of DJing. Like, normally DJs have to use an EQ knob to take out mids or lows or highs in order to make sure that 2 songs or 3 songs aren't clashing. But now I think it's going to be a lot more of just, well, this song has a vocal and this song has a vocal. I don't want them both playing at the same time. I'm just going to mute one. Sick. But okay, so that's like how you might source all of your materials for a mashup. You need to have music, you need to have good taste, and you need to have creative ideas. But with these tools, you don't need to be a virtuoso. Like I said, you don't have to know everything about music or music theory. All you need to do is just be having fun in software like this. And then once you feel that spark, you're like, oh my God, Billie Jean really fucking works with old school sound. Then you take it over to your DAW and add other stuff and samples and things like that. How you feeling, Ricky?
We want to take it to the DAW?
Do we want to go to Ableton and see how Ricky made this mashup? Hell yeah.
Shouts out Ableton.
All right. Okay. Didn't make too much sound that time. Oh, you're good. Any other questions, y'all? It's okay if not.
That's mine.
That's Ricky's.
That's all reliable my entire life right there.
What are the specs? Yeah, Ricky, let's get
I
the
had a friend
lowdown.
make it for me a long time ago. It
Rick-
does have one of the new graphics card, but
Yeah, 5090.
yeah. I don't know.
You guys don't have that shit?
I just made sure the CPU was good. It's like an i7 maybe.
i7.
Yeah, gets the job done. I don't know all the specky specs. All right, so here we are in Ableton.
This is Ableton.
This is my home. So we got the 3 songs here.
Hold on, Ricky. We got a lot of people who have never seen Ableton in their life.
All right, so let's make it unbearable and change the view to all white. I'm just kidding.
So what you're seeing in that main window area, that's called the arrangement view. That's where you lay from left to right all of your elements, your track elements. And then it plays through time, left to right. That's your arrangement view, and Ricky's already dragged in, for our convenience, the 3 things that we want to turn into a sick mashup.
Yeah, so the mashup is already done. It's up here. This is the chaotic mashup. There's a lot of experimental things you can do we'll get to, but let's just talk about the basics first. So we brought these in, and I know I wanted to mess with Mumbo first. Mumbo number 69. Okay, so here we go.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance for everything. So I threw this in here, and we're already at 140. Up here is 140. Down here tells you the BPM. All 3 of these songs are already 140. dubstep, you know. Mumbo was the original dubstep creator. So here's this song. We'll just remember this one. Great, love that one. So we're gonna start with that.
Just play back a little bit.
Huh?
Just play back of that song a little bit. Keep going. It's already forgot.
Such a hype song. Yeah, but we can make it hyper.
Is that originally from Banjo-Kazooie?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ripped.
I'm a gamer, I swear.
The first time I met Mumbo and Banjo-Kazooie, it was like meeting my dad. I'd never met my dad. Just kidding.
Like when you were born?
I've never met my dad.
Okay, is that true, Ricky? Oh my God.
Of course I'm just kidding. I told you, I'm sorry.
This is now an interview.
Right, so what did I actually do up here? Let's just reference real quick. Go Mumbo Jumbo. Right, we got that intro thing. Yeah. All right, so we'll listen to this for a minute, find out so really when we're making a mashup, we want to DJ these live. So a song is already going to be playing and we need to mix this song into it. So like the first 8 or 16 bars is when we're mixing in. And let me just show you what that is. So I'll just go over here. So 8 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just counting, 8 and then 16. Basically, most EDM songs have 16 bars that you can mix into, mix out of. So you need to make sure, first off, you're who am I making this for? I'm making this for a DJ set, so I need to make sure it's mixable. Or you could have an intro, so you can be hello, my name's Groove Cubes. That's the start of the intro thing. So first you need to be what am I making? Why am I making it?
Right, but so the reason why DJs like to have kind of extended intros and outros is because it allows you to transition a little more seamlessly with the drum elements, which tend to have less harmonic content, so it won't inherently clash with the intro of another song if it has harmonic content. It just, it's kind of a convenience thing. It's a holdover from the vinyl era when you actually were speeding things up in microtonal ways.
Yeah, so when we have these two songs, really it's just picking out what we want to do with it, and I feel most of it is just side chaining. Who knows what side chaining is? Okay, we got some producers here. There's multiple ways to do it. There's manual ways, there's Kickstarter. So we have this, and then we want this to be the drums in the background. So that's pumping, and we can set up a compressor on the Mumbo thing. So we'll do this, sidechain.
Let's just explain for those that don't know what sidechaining is. Sidechain compression, which can be done, like Ricky was saying, a million different ways, is a way to reduce the volume on a track using the information, the sonic information from a different track. So traditionally in dance music, the kick drum is king. It's hitting 4 on the floor every beat. You know how to move your body to that. It feels good. It's like disco. But in dance music, we love disco. Who saw Discoholic the other night? Anyone? Yeah? Love Discoholic. Anyway, so sidechain compression allows you to basically remove the elements from the song that aren't the kick. That's usually how it's done. Compression is a tool that producers use in order to control volume. Sidechaining is literally just a way in which to duck volume using a different track. That's it.
So we'll start with the compressor. We have this compressor over here, and we turned on the sidechain mode. So it starts like this. You just open it up, hit that, and then you need to pick your source. So the Prodigy song is what we're gonna get the kicks and drums from. And you can already see it's not 4 on the floor. It's a little different. So this isn't gonna be great, but we'll still try and sidechain these together. A little bit, just so you show you this way. This is stock Ableton. Doesn't sound that great, but there's EQing that needs to happen. You see that little thing that's jumping up and down. If we go extreme with it, you can't hear Ecom Bokum at all. But
so that's the gain reduction meter. That's how much the Prodigy track is affecting the Mumbo track.
Yeah. This isn't the best example, but so say you want to do something easier, this is a little too complicated. Does it turn on to 4 on the floor here? Let's pick the drop or something. Sorry if it's loud. I don't know if any of it's in 4 on the floor or not. If it was in 4 on the floor, you could use something like Kickstarter over here. Throw that on, and this is basically like automatic sidechain. So like, you turn this on, and you can hear it ducking. You can make it more subtle, less subtle. It's just like getting out of the way of the kick drum, basically. The whole entire thing is just getting out of the way of the kick drum. So let me just show you how I did it with this mashup. This is a little bit more of a complicated mashup, but...
Hey, Ricky, is there a way to zoom in on Ableton? I know it's a little small. If not, it's all good.
I can just make some more room, I guess.
Actually, does anyone in the audience know? Yeah? Let's go to options.
All right. We got some pros up here.
Preferences. Look and feel.
Zoom. First one? Okay.
There it is.
Oh, cool. Whoa! Okay.
And now it's a nightmare.
That's good, right?
Nightmare for Ricky and amazing for y'all.
All right, cool, cool.
All good.
Is that good
Thanks for
there?
the
A
tip.
little bit more?
Is that okay for everyone? Way better.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
feel
cool.
free to move up if you actually like really want to see everything.
Yeah. So like I said, this is mainly about having fun. Like I just spent like 4 hours at my house just zoning out on this, making it super weird until it felt right to me. The red? Oh, automation. So there's some weird stuff going on with volume automation here. I just thought like it was too loud at the beginning, and then this is when it kind of really kicks in, just for some contrast, I guess.
So literally any element like volume, reverb, delay, whatever it is, you can automate the amount of that over time. Those red lines that Ricky has there, that's just him increasing the volume, using his ears to know when it should be louder, when it should be quieter.
And a really cool trick, so like here's the drop right here, and I put the volume down just like 1.6. So like a small volume decrease right before the drop makes the drop even more punchy and in your face. Good tip right there. Pro tip.
We charge for those.
Yee. All right, so let's actually open up this chaotic thing. And so like right off the bat, we have a lot of automation going on. So like in each of the channels is a bunch of parameters going on. So we started off with some weird EQ. I'll just like solo out this. I think everything's, maybe it's just like, I think it's coming from, yeah, so I have this Valhalla Room reverb that, oh, I'm like all the way over there. So it's like it's like far away, then it's getting closer with the reverb. There's some erosion going on. More erosion. A lot of fun effects.
So yeah, basically, in order to create a lot of intrigue in this track and to make room for a lot of the bass, which has a lot of head, your lower frequencies will take up more space in general than your higher frequencies. So you want to really make sure you're balancing your low end here. The EQ 8 that you can see there is being automated, but a lot of the low end is cut because Ricky wanted to make sure it wasn't too muddy.
Because this is coming in. So that was a little fun trick. Actually, all of this is just like super weird. Again, so like I just like sampled this, cut it up, chopped it up. Maybe some auto filters going on. It's there.
So he's filtering in the kick drum from the Prodigy track. So he's already chopped up that one little element.
And then this is reversed.
Ooh, in a reverse.
All together.
Hey, Ricky, I have a question.
A little loud.
I have a question for you.
Yep.
How did you decide to like reverse that? Like, what was your creative thinking there?
It's like a common trick to like take a vocal and kind of like put a big reverb on that and have that reversed and come in. So it's just like that element just needed to have a little bit of, I guess like you needed to pre-game the element before the element actually came in. You got to pre-game with your elements.
Anticipation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you hear it there, but you don't realize it, and then you hear it, and then you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense because I kind of heard it before. So it's like those little tricks,
Yeah.
just making it sound good and not random, really.
So when you're like listening to dance music that you didn't make, and like you're like, this is my favorite song ever, really, really listen to it and understand over time how the artist is creating intrigue and how they are using anticipation, silence, like rhythm elements versus melodic elements in order to create an arrangement that is interesting, right? Because if it's just chorus the whole time, the chorus isn't satisfying, you know? It's like even the best chorus ever won't be great if there isn't not a chorus, right? So that's kind of what Ricky, I think, was doing here when he was making this. He's like, I know I want an intro for DJs, and I know I want kind of like a little build into this section, right?
Right. So yeah, here's the 16-bar intro, and then this is when like this other song stops playing. So again, let me just start from the beginning. Oh, yeah. Manual. So like.
So if you couldn't hear, the gentleman was asking about whether it's a manual process to chop that.
Yeah. So like I'll do it right now.
Chop
so
that up. Yeah, go for it.
I took this little bit right here, copied it, and then you can just like paste it anywhere. Yeah, so like you can paste it, duplicate it, put them all a bunch of places. And yeah, so I just like did that and then I automated a bunch of things. But like the most fun thing is just like taking a sample, chopping it up. Like you can do a bunch of weird things with this. Just like, I don't know, this is really cool. So like, you're gonna get blown up. So like if you warp this, you can do beats mode. Like there's so much fun stuff you can do with this little section over here. You beats mode, and you can do like 16 bars with this thing pointing to the right. That's how you explain that. Like I don't know who else can explain that better. The thing pointing to the right. What does it mean?
I think it means that it's like going to have a terminating endpoint, which you're controlling with the parameter to the right.
Okay, I guess yeah, because that. Okay, when you look at them, you can probably figure it out.
They have names, by the way. The nice thing about Ableton specifically is that if you mouse over something, on the bottom left, you can learn all about that element. It's really helpful.
Not this.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
on the 16th note specifically.
Yeah,
So-
because this one kind of blends them together, and that one.
Wait, can I hop in there for a sec?
Yeah. Well, let me just show you what it does. See the difference? 32. Or any other one. I don't know. That's a. It's
Well,
pretty
hold on.
much
Let me
just
show you.
kicking
This
it.
is something I learned from the great Chuck Sutton. So this element here that we've been talking about, again, this is specific to Ableton. Not everyone uses Ableton, but this is like something where I will go to Ableton specifically for this. If you go into the transients warp mode, that means that the value here, which I think is labeled on, man, your sensitivity is garbage. What are you doing? Okay.
I bought this mouse from Staples today.
Transient envelope, bottom left. So you get a whole description. So basically this, when you bring it down, is affecting like how many of the transients are allowed to play through. So let's just listen real quick. So this is a super high value, nothing's happening. If I take this down to like 13, you're basically gonna hear like a lot of the kick drums only. And some of the other transients. Yeah. Yep. Great. No, it's because like, it's like, no, I'm so glad you're bringing it down to the fucking, like, anyway, sorry. A transient is a quick spike in the waveform. Quick spike in the waveform. So it could be a drum. Drums are really transient because they're like really loud right at the beginning. They die really, really, really fast. But tons of other stuff have transients too. Often it's their percussive bits that have the most transients. But when you're speaking, for instance, like all of your consonants, like that's very percussive. Am I just drop a beat right now? My beatboxing's garbage. Who's good at beatboxing in here? Somebody's got to be. Oh, my. No. I'm like running out there with the microphone. No, that's what a transient is, and this specific warp mode in Ableton is really fun to play with. in non-4 on the floor scenarios like that, 4 on the floor being like the kind of like disco-y beat, dance beat, because you get really interesting grooves that way. I'm here now.
Nicely done. All right, so
We're professional.
yeah. So like this part is when we've mixed in. All right,
Now it's ruined.
now it's ruined. Is that
You can just-
turning it
yeah.
off? I think we can just turn it back off. Yeah. We got Ekum Bokum in there still. There's also some Yoshi samples. Yep. That's how you really add the flavor, because it's not just a regular mashup. Now it is advanced. And I have this kind of like just all my vocals are going through a certain processing. They're actually kind of auto-tuned. This is a cheap auto-tune. It's free. It kind of makes everything sound bad. But like you just pick out A flat minor. Yeah. I literally learned like, oh, if you use this on your own vocals, it kind of doesn't sound good. But it's free, and then we have like some more processing. This is just like a preset kind of thing with compression and like EQing. Everything's going through there in these vocals. And
Wait, so what is the vocal element? Just the Yoshi sample?
for right now.
you have 7 plugins for the Yoshi sample alone?
No, okay, well let's jump to the drop. So like, I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good.
We'll get to the vocals at the drop, but okay, so like, we're getting through this. All right,
No,
so
but
this,
I just don't want you to rush because people are curious. That's all.
right. I'm good. So we had the 16 bars, and I don't know what else to call this. This is like the bit after the intro, but before the drop. And then there's the build-up. So this is kind of like the decompression thing. Let's just play that. Who remembers Mario Kart 8? Remember that was supposed to be in this song? All right, so like we haven't even heard that yet. So like, who's ready to just like hear this part? Well, you did.
Oh, yeah.
But again, so like I chopped it up and kind of like
Oh, it's there.
brought it in. Bam. There was also some like EQing, I think, auto-filtering maybe, filter. Yeah, see, growing it. That's fun. Anyway, so like, you need to like, again, pre-game the sample that's coming. So that finally happens. Mario Kart 8 arrives. Ekum Bokum kind of goes away, but again, I'm kind of like getting rid of him subtly with some effects. Oh, if you don't have Valhalla Superverb, it's free and like the best plugin in the world. Get that. It makes everything kind of like blend together. So again, like delays, echoes, anything where the sound is like just like fading away is gonna be good. And then again, we're bringing in Mario Kart 8, and then this is where the real fun begins, because the drop's right here. So this is a quick build-up, and like everybody loves line dances because they're being told what to do. So with EDM, we need a good line dance kind of thing, and that's basically just counting down to the drop. And we're using
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
who knows what that's from?
Counting.
Count Dracula. Yeah, so we're counting down the drop because we need everybody to know the hypest part of the song is coming, and you better be ready because it's gonna drop. Whoops. So let's see how we made that work. Again, remember we're talking about compression and side chaining. So Mario Kart 8, I'm just gonna solo it. Sounds horrible, right?
Wrong.
So what's happening here? We have a little bit of saturation. This is just kind of like boosting it up, make it a little bit more like new loud. It's only at 50%. Super subtle. We're EQing out the low end completely, and we're just boosting this area around 3K.
Yeah.
And this is where like vocals, this is like where we hear mostly everything. So boosting that makes it come through the other drop pretty well.
So worth noting here,
there's a lot going on.
I mean, you haven't really talked about the sidechain and how it's about to interact.
Yes.
But the low end is being EQ'd out because oh wow, you're manually sidechaining that.
Yep.
Brutal. So it's being EQ'd out because if you have the bass from the Mario song and the bass from the Prodigy remix at the same time, they could sound okay, but they're going to sound muddy more likely than not. So use your ears. You got the headphones on. They could be Apple earbuds. Doesn't really matter. Just use your ears. Make sure that the low end isn't clashing.
Arthur is the one who showed me manual sidechain. It's great. I think we're also sidechaining here a little bit to Mario Kart 8. We're sidechaining to ourselves.
Manual meaning like literally automating by hand each
That's
of those
weird.
little curves instead of just letting. Listen, this. Oh my God, producer philosophies. This could be a whole debate. We're gonna
Yeah.
be here for 3 hours.
Again, so like I really love utility because I can just like make subtle changes with the volume. So like this is all just getting out of the way of the kick drum and anything else that's coming in. Who knows? Does this look like crazy? This is basically when it's down, it's 0 dB, or no, when it's down, it's negative infinity dB, and then up. Everyone understands what's going on with that, right?
Down is low, high is high.
Yeah. Just whatever sounds good. And again, here's the drop song. So this is really in action now. Insane stuff. And this is just coming straight through, I think. Yes, it's coming straight through. Maybe I got a negative 0.2 dB. That is screwing up everything.
No, but yeah,
That's
that
fine,
song
that's
is
probably
basically like carrying most of it, except for the Mario sidechain, which is
Right.
so fun.
And so again, let's just play it all together. Remember this part, guys?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
Most important part of being a DJ is selling it. Sell it.
Confidence.
Confidence. So, both songs are playing. Yoshi's back. Yeah, pretty cool. So like you can have so much fun with this by just like cutting elements out. Like I think maybe some parts of this drop. Yeah, so right here, this whole song drops out, and you just hear the Mario Kart part. And then when I do that, I need to turn off this EQ. So that turns off, so that becomes just like its regular low-end self again. So stuff like that is really fun. And then I guess this is the bridge. Like you have the drop, and then it's like, how do I keep this interesting? Like when I'm a DJ, I'm just gonna play 16 bars of a drop, and then what, am I gonna impact out? No, I don't know, just keep it interesting. So like all this is just like fun. And like when I'm DJing this, I'll have like 2 minutes of fun, and then I'm ready to mix into the other song. Because when you're DJing, you're not just playing music, you're mixing music. So like I made this to be fun and to continue to have a lot of fun. Like if it's just 16 bars, I'm gonna rush into the next song. That's not fun. So let's see what else happens. We're gonna keep it interesting and so this part is looping. I just filtering out right here. And we come back. But what's happening? Why is it going away? If it's going away, something else has to be coming in, right? Mario Kart song comes back in. Now we have Mario Kart and the Prodigy vocals happening at the same time, and this is just like everything coming together. So we'll keep going with this. This is really chopping up now, because like this isn't even how it was normally. So this is. Yeah, when you solo it, you can't hear that. So it's like chopping in and out, and I've cut it up a bunch. Yeah, keep playing. Now we do outro. Remember Mumbo? Vocals coming back. something cool that happened here with this song. I think I took the guitar from the Mario Party and I put a bunch of delay on it, so it just like continued. My favorite plugin is the Hollow Superverb doing its job. See, just subtle. I think I had Crystallizer on there, maybe? Was that actually doing anything? No.
Well, okay, so this is a great example of just producer culture, by the way.
Yeah.
Because like when Ricky showed me this project file, because I was like, yeah, dude, this is a banger. This is so fun. Then he pulled it up. I was just like, this is classic. Because when you're having fun in a digital audio workstation, you just want to throw things in and like let the organization happen later, if ever, because you just want the ideas to get down fast. Yep. That's why I was kind of like showing you DJ software. It's like, it allows you to kind of create ideas without like having to learn the digital audio workstation just yet. It's like a little bit of a safer introduction, I think, to production. Obviously, DJing is its own like really difficult skill, but like the number one thing is just like have fun, chop things up, reverse things, put a lot of effects on it, see what works and what doesn't work, and just let your ears guide you. That is like, there is no hard and fast rule. Like some of the Daria chord stuff that I listen to, which is just, you know, like 13-year-olds making me look like shit somehow.
Yeah. Sucks.
That's sorry to be ageist, but like it's just cool. It's just like you hear the soul of the person who's making it. They're just like, I have so much energy and I just want to pour it into this thing, and then they just like slap Carly Rae Jepsen and you know Michael Jackson and whatever. It's just like everything in one, and they make something cool even though it's not produced perfectly. Right. How long did it take you to make this, Ricky? 3 years.
Well, I spent a whole day on it, just like maybe 4 hours, but like it could have taken me, like the first 2 hours were the most productive. I don't think it took more than 2 hours, yeah. But like something really fast, so like,
sure.
This is something that didn't take that long, but it's just a way to spice up a song you already like. So we have this Crank That song, and this is a WAV file. Always make sure the drop is a WAV file. And this was my start for a DJ set at the Bikini Bottom rave. Shout out my Bikini Bottom goofy goobers. So like at the beginning of a DJ set, I want people to know my name, and I want something related to the theme to be happening. So we have the campfire song from SpongeBob, and like you can just mess with that and make it jump into the song you really want to hear at the club. So like,
Hello. My name is Groove Cube.
add some effects.
Are you ready, kids?
SpongeBob.
Aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain!
We just like took his vocal and just extended it here. Yep, it's great. I have this.
It's great.
I call this one the campfire song.
And then we go to
Let's
SpongeBob.
gather around the campfire and
Plays
sing
for a little
our.
bit. I added this like bass drop, I think, just because like on a big club system, the sub you really feel, and it's like a physical entity.
Bum bum.
See, sub there.
C-A-M-B-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-M-B-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song.
Frequency's
And
coming
if you
back.
don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. C-A-M-B-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G
It's like hype already, so.
Super. Good. It'll help.
Now Crank That comes in.
Help if you just sing along.
And now the party started. Bam. But
That's
like,
awesome.
there's more.
All right, hold on. I wanna take a second. We have like 5 minutes, Ricky.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay, I know, and that's why I pulled that up.
Yeah, who's been to a Shrek rave other than we who have DJ'd them?
Yeah.
You have? Last MAGFest?
Oh, right. That was the first Shrek rave ever.
Wait, it was at MAGFest?
Well, that was the one I did where I just had Shrek.
Oh.
I think that's
You
what
were-
you're talking about.
Ricky was before the Shrek rave even blew up. He was all over Shrek.
Yeah. But. So like we have this drop, but like you don't want to just play a regular drop. So again, you see some stuff kind of coming in and out. It's like, what's the theme of the rave? It's SpongeBob today, so we're adding samples here. Like like is mayonnaise an instrument right before the drop? Like the pre-drop vocals is really where it's at.
Music should be funny, not serious.
Yeah, and then again, we come full circle. Always keep it interesting. Always keep what you started at the beginning going. I think the SpongeBob comes back. Yep. Now the outro just has. Who's the pirate at the beginning of SpongeBob? It's not Patchy. It's a different pirate, right? It's just a picture.
Blackbeard? No, I don't know.
Painty?
Painty.
That's the name? Painty the pirate? There's Patchy and Painty the pirate? That's really cool. Anyways, yeah, so. So I went to the second drop with this one as well. See what else happens.
Let's get this party jumping. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
A lot of fun there. And again, the more, like, so 8 bars happen, and like right before the 8 bars, maybe 16, well, what is this? This is like 8 bars or something. Right before 8 bars, you can add some more stuff.
Gary!
Yeah, good stuff. And then, again, DJ outro right here, but with some sponge effects. Any questions? We have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. What's up? Okay, plugin recommendations.
Definitely Valhalla. What else do I have that I use all the time?
So, there's a lot of actually really great free resources. The auto-tune thing that Ricky was showing, that's by, is it M Audio or M?
It's Melda.
Melda Productions.
Yeah,
so they have a lot of free stuff that's great.
Like I said, it's not good.
Unfortunately, like, okay.
FabFilter.
You can
and
get
Sound
software
Toys,
for
definitely.
free. That is free, and you can get software for free that is not free, and I won't tell you how. Y'all are educated. Go on the internet. But my favorite plugins to use personally, I love all the Sound Toys stuff. It has a really like nice, warm kind of analog feel to it. I just really like their saturation, which is kind of like a distortion.
Oh yeah. What is it?
And
Crystallizer.
yeah, I'm a huge isotope guy. They are always kind of on the forefront of AI assisted tools and stuff. I'm sure you've played around with Ozone for mastering, but they also have insane. Okay, I don't know if anyone's ever recorded their own voice and had lip sounds and spit sounds. It's just like a constant thing that you have to contend with. You have to get the RX suite from Isotope because they literally just make it a one touch, like boop. We're removing breath noises. We're removing lip smacks. It's the RX suite from Isotope. I could not recommend more. The Valhalla stuff for like great reverbs. Valhalla
Valhalla's
DSP
insane.
is amazing. What other stuff
I
do you
wanted
like?
to talk about one more thing that's really important with mashups. So this Crank That song, there's definitely some experimental mastering going on. So with any mashup, I want the drop to be just the song sometimes. So again, this is the drop, and you can see the limiter is turning off. So I'm manually turning off the limiter when the drop comes in because you want to preserve that mastered drop that Crank That made. But before that, you need to limit this stuff because you have all these things going together, and you'd be redlining. See, we don't want red right there. So again, you have to kind of like turn the limiter on and off when you're making a mashup, and you really want to preserve that punchy sub, or else you're going to have some
Right. So for those that don't really know what redlining is, that's when your volume level is basically going over a limit. That might be a digital limit, that might be an analog limit, depending on what your playback system is or whatever. But a limiter is one way to prevent that from happening, and the master chain that you might put on is like a whole world that you can look into. But you don't want things to distort unintentionally is the main point there.
Yeah, I think that's, we have like 1 minute, but.
Yeah, any final thoughts or questions? I know it's been a whirlwind. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, would you what program recommendation would you know, that's kind of the question, like, do you recommend getting something like this, which is really, really, really fully featured? The answer is a little complex, only because if you're a student, you can actually get student discounts and maybe like get like a really great deal on something that you might want to learn about more later. Honestly, GarageBand. Like, if you have a yeah, well, yeah, if you're going to PC, you can download FL Studio, and it's fully featured, but you cannot save in demo mode. That's the one thing. But Soulja Boy, didn't stop Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy made a platinum record on the demo version of FL Studio without ever saving. That's console gaming shit. You leave your console on, you figure that shit out later, you know what I mean? FL Studio is great for PC, but there's also a free version of Ableton Live if you want to try that out. It's not quite as fully featured, but it is a good start. Ableton's lovely for dance music stuff.
Definitely. If you want to be Skrillex, get Ableton.
But FL Studio is also really, really dope too. I use Logic and Ableton personally.
I think FL is a little bit easier to grasp. Ableton, it took me a good week to just wrap my head around it. But you can do anything you want with Ableton. FL, I felt it was a little bit harder to do things, but easier to get into it. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense.
They can all do almost everything. It's just like how much friction there is to get to your destination. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who likes Skrillex? Who likes Rumble, the new song that just came out?
Ricky, we got to wrap, brother.
Yeah, I think that can be it. I'm just gonna play this and be done.
Yeah, come up and say hi if you want.
Yeah.
I've been Bear Cave. This is Groove Cube. We really appreciate you guys coming out on a Saturday night. We're gonna go party. Come party with us if you want. We're gonna go to Pose. Really appreciate y'all. Thanks.